Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. Lesson 3, reading and speaking. Reading and speaking, a talented family. 1. Do you have any talented people in your family? What can they do? 2. Look at the pictures of Nikola, Benedetti and her father, Gio. Read the introduction to the article. Answer the questions. 1. What does Nicola do? Why was 2004 special for her? 3. Where does she live? 4. What does her sister do? 5. What does her father do? Okay. This is Nicola and her father Joe. Let's read about them. A passion for success. Nicola Benedetti is a world-famous violinist. She was the BBC Young Musician of the Year in 2004 when she was 16. She lives in Chiswick, West London, near her sister, Stephanie, who is also a violinist. Their father, Joe Benedetti, is a businessman. He lives with his wife, Francesca, in Scotland. Nicola Benedetti, a passion for music. When I was young, music wasn't very important in our house. Then, when I was 4, I started playing the violin. In my first lesson, I was so happy I couldn't stop crying. My dad, Gio, was always busy. He was very hard working. His parents were poor. Were poor parents. Okay, so he wanted to give me and my sister everything. I like hard work too, and I know what I want. If someone says to me, "You can't do that," I think, "Oh yes, I can." That's very like my dad. But my dad's a businessman and I am an artist. Money is very important to him, but for me, success isn't the same as earning lots of money. He likes the music I play, but he doesn't like classical music very much. I teach him about music and he tells me about business. My sister and I are very close. We sometimes play together, not professionally, but at family occasions like weddings and at Christmas. I live for my work. I never want to stop. Music is my life. Okay. Gio Benedetti, Nicola's father. Passion for business. I was born in a small village near Lucca in Italy. We were poor but happy. When I was 10, I came to Scotland to live with my uncle. It was very difficult. When I was 16, there was a beautiful car, a Jaguar, in the shops, but I couldn't afford it. It was too expensive, so I started a business to make money, a dry cleaning business. Soon there were 15 shops by the time I was 19. I could afford the Jaguar. That was a very good day. Nicola was always independent, like me. She could play the violin when she was 4. Now she plays concerts all over the world. I am so proud of her. She practices for 7 hours a day. Scotland is so proud of her. Everybody knows her now. I can't play any musical instruments. I like country and western music, but not classical. Nicola knows that she has a passion to succeed. Like me, and she works very hard to get it. When she plays the violin, she is passionate. That's the Italian in her. When I see her play, I often cry. I can't help it. I am very sentimental. Okay, let's come back to the exercises. 3. Work in 2 groups. This is a class activity. Group A, read about Nicola. The group A should read about Nicola, who has passion for music. Answer the questions. Group B, read about Gio. Okay, answer the questions. Gio, who has a passion for business. Okay, Group A, 1. Was music important in her family? 2. How old was Nicola when she could play the violin? 3. Did her father work hard? 4. Were her grandparents rich or poor? 5. Is money important to Nicola and her father? 6. Does her father like classical music? 7. What does she teach her father? What does he teach her? 8. When does she play the violin with her sister? Now, Group B. Where was Gio born? 2. Why couldn't he buy the Jaguar car? 3. What was Gio's business? 4. How old was Nicola when she could play the violin? 5. Can Gio play musical instrument? 6. What music does he like? What doesn't he like? 7. Does Nicola work hard? 8. Why does she cry? 4. Work with a partner from other group. Tell your partner about your person. Okay, so let's work in pairs. At the beginning we should work in groups, Group A and Group B. Group A read about Nicola, Group B read about Gio. Then giving questions, the other group should answer the questions, okay, to exchange the ideas about these personalities. Okay. Language work. 5. Who or what do these adjectives from the text refer to? Busy, important, difficult, proud, hardworking, classical, expensive, passionate, poor, close, independent, sentimental. Nicola's father was always busy. Okay? So these adjectives can describe maybe one of them or both of them. Okay? Put every adjective in a sentence describing one of them or each. What do you think work as a class Discuss the questions. Do Nicola and Joe have a great or good relationship? How are they similar? How are they different? Does Nicola have a good relationship with her sister? What about your family? Who are you close to and why? Okay? Okay, now we have this activity about complete the sentences. Choose the correct alternative. 1. When we are talking about Nicola. When she was a child, playing the violin made Nicola feel happy or sad? Make her happy. Okay. Nicola and her dad brackets يعني فراغ hard work. Like or don't like? Like. Nicola and her dad like hard work. Her dad is a businessman or an artist. A businessman. Her dad is a businessman. She, bracket, plays with her sister at family occasions. Sometimes or never. Sometimes. Okay. Complete the sentences. Click and drag the correct word. We have several words: happy, busy, important, poor, close. Let's put these words in these sentences. 1. When Nicola was young, music wasn't very important in her house. When Nicola was young, music wasn't very important in her house. 2. In her first violin lesson, she cried because she was so happy, busy, important, poor, because she was so happy. Okay. 3. Her father was always, bracket, with his work. He was busy. 4. Her father wanted to give his children everything because his family was poor when he was a child. Money is, bracket, to Gio, was important. Money is important to Gio. She is very, bracket, to her sister. She's very close. Okay. Okay, now Unit 5. Reading.
Nicola Benedetti, A Passion for Music.
When I was young, music wasn't very important in our house. Then, when I was 4, I started playing the violin. In my first lesson, I was so happy I couldn't stop crying. My dad, Gio, was always busy. He was very hard-working. His parents were poor, so he wanted to give me and my sister everything. I like hard work too, and I know what I want. If someone says to me, "You can't do that," I think, "Oh yes I can." That's very like my dad. But my dad's a businessman and I'm an artist. Money is very important to him. But for me, success isn't the same as earning lots of money. He likes the music I play, but he doesn't like classical music very much. I teach him about music and he tells me about business. My sister and I are very close. We sometimes play together, not professionally, but at family occasions like weddings and at Christmas. I live for my work. I never want to stop. Music is my life.
Benedetti, a passion for business.
I was born in a small village near Lucca in Italy. We were poor but happy. When I was 10, I came to Scotland to live with my uncle. It was very difficult. When I was 16, there was a beautiful car, a Jaguar, in the shops, but I couldn't afford it. It was too expensive. So I started a business to make money, a dry cleaning business. Soon there were 15 shops. By the time I was 19, I could afford the Jaguar. That was a very good day. Nicola was always independent, like me. She could play the violin when she was 4. Now she plays concerts all over the world. I am so proud of her. She practices for 7 hours a day. Scotland is so proud of her. Everybody knows her now. I can't play any musical instruments. I like country and western music, but not classical. Nicola knows what she wants. She has a passion to succeed like me, and she works very hard to get it. When she plays the violin, she's passionate. That's the Italian in her. When I see her play, I often cry. I can't help it. I'm very sentimental.
Okay. Thank you for your listening. Please participate during the discussion on WhatsApp, just to break the ice. Be brave. Thank you very much.